Hi guys, welcome back to a new Boom Beach video. Today I'm going to be on my low level account, but I wanted to check in on my Confusion account because we started a mini rejects 3 task force. Now this one doesn't have any level requirements. It's more of a chill task force, kind of a feeder to our lower level task force. So definitely go join it if you want to be in this account, and I have my Confusion account here. But the purpose of today's video is we're gonna be trying out a different combination Grenadiers. We're gonna be trying Grenadiers as a low level. Now I've used these before and they worked pretty well. Now the issue with using Grenadiers is my Grenadiers are level 1. So will level 1 Grenadiers be worth it? We're gonna test it out. We're gonna see how well it goes. Let's boost up some resource reward because I want to get some extra loot in today's video. We're clearing my map, so I want a little more loot. Okay, so we're gonna destroy that statue and we're gonna start building up another masterpiece. And who knows, maybe we'll gym up the masterpiece at the end of the video. So we're gonna attack Dr. T. I really haven't attacked Dr. T a lot. On my main account, it's like whatever. It doesn't really matter on my main account. But on this account, I have to remember that it does matter because I need dark purple statues. And the only way I'm gonna get those power stones is if I attack Dr. T. So I have to attack Dr. T. And I also like attacking Dr. T. You just get a ton of loot. So it's definitely worth it. I find myself never attacking Dr. T on my main account, and it kind of carries over to this account. So it's kind of a habit I have to crush. So we're just going to be trying out Grenadiers versus Dr. T. So things you have to watch out for when using Grenadiers as a low level are rocket launchers, boom cannons, shock launchers, and of course prototypes, but I mean, not everyone has prototypes down this low. So that's not a huge difference, or that's not a huge barrier. We're gonna take down this rocket launcher, which is the main threat, and then we're just gonna drop some artillery on the shock launcher and take out the shock launcher. Perfect. And you know what? Mortars can hit Grenadiers, but I'll just keep an eye on it to make sure none of my troops die by the mortars. There is an issue with using Grenadiers versus Dr. T, and that issue is Grenadiers as a low level, your purpose when using them is to get out of range of defenses, find a nice little sweet park on the core, take down the core. Now, as soon as you get up higher, like these later Dr. T stages, when there's ice, it's going to make it really difficult to clear a spot to park. And I mean, Dr. T has a ton of rocket launchers as well. So the more HP that's on buildings and defenses, the worse Grenadiers are going to be, because the whole point of Grenadiers, like I said earlier, is to find a place to park. Now, I still think Grenadiers are really good at a low level, and I've seen people at a high level use them, getting out of range of defenses. And that was probably before Bombardiers came out, that people used them at a high level, because now everyone could just use Bombardiers instead of Grenadiers. So it's like whatever. But we'll have to take down or shock that boom cannon, make sure we don't lose any troops there. I think we'll probably just shock it again instead of barding it down. That way I can take out the sniper tower as well. And it looks like my hero will hack the flamethrower next. Oh no, it did shock launcher or sniper tower. Jeez. Okay, flamethrower is hacked. That will distract the boom cannon while my troops take out the other defenses. Perfect. We'll take down this one last boom cannon. Now, it's not a big deal if we lose any because... Okay, this might be an issue. Okay, take down the flamethrower. Now, it's not an issue if I lose any because I have instant training. We'll hack the sniper tower. Perfect. That will go down, hopefully. It might not go down, but at least it'll be distracted. It's not an issue if I lose any because I have instant training. If you don't have instant training, using Bombardiers, you really have to make sure you don't lose any because it'll set you back pretty far if you do, or if you don't have instant training and if you lose one. So that's just something to watch out for. But I really think Grenadiers at a low level are a troop to be reckoned with. I mean, in my opinion, I would place them pretty close to tanks. Tanks are good, but you cannot take out players that are 15, 20 levels higher than you when you're using tanks. I mean, there's always exceptions, but the majority of players that are that much higher than you, it's going to be incredibly difficult to take them out using tanks. So that's kind of why I place Grenadiers around that, because you could take out players around your level. You could take out players that are maybe like 5 levels higher than you, but as soon as you go super high, you're screwed. You have to really make sure, okay, we cannot take down that base. There's too many rocket launchers. You have to really make sure the base allows you to use that combination. And that's why Warriors and AZ are just so freaking good. It's because they can take out players that are way higher than you. And I mean, that's what I use them for, and it's really efficient. So this base is gonna be rough. Right away I had to spend my energy to take down a Doom Cannon, but you know what? One barrage here took down a rocket launcher. That's actually insane. Now his rocket launchers I feel like are pretty low level because I'm able to take them out using one barrage. So I'm gonna start focusing my energy on taking out the shock launchers, because the shock launchers shocking my medics is going to be the next big issue. And there's actually a boom cannon up here that's proven to be a little bit of an issue, and my troops are standing very close to other things as well. This is maybe not going as planned. We're going to actually drop a hack and then flare up, because I want to get out of the bottom range here. My medics will be able to heal me up from the rocket launchers. That's kind of the point of the medics, so taking down the rocket launchers was probably a little bit of a mistake. I kind of forgot about that, to be honest, that the point of medics is so I can not take down rocket launchers, so I shouldn't be spending energy on rocket launchers. But to be fair, when there are 3 rocket launchers, I kind of have to take down some of them, otherwise I'm going to lose all my troops. So my medics can't heal up fast enough for that to withstand 3 rocket launchers. So we're going to flare to the left-hand side to try to clear a park. I mean, we're going to defeat the base. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And this player is 10 levels higher than you, so I mean, it worked, right? Okay. I really want this cannon to drop. Can we just drop this cannon? As soon as the cannon and sniper tower go, I'm probably just going to flare up here and then flare down to the core, because I want to take down the core from the top side. I'm just worried if I flare to the core that the hot pot will end up taking down my Grenadiers. So now we can flare to the core. We have about 1.5 minutes. I think we'll be fine. We also have our hero that's going to be helping us out, getting some critters down to take down some of these support buildings up at the top. And we should be able to take down this base design. You know what? I could also flare closer. I just don't know the range of the hot pot. We're actually going to do that, because the closer we stand, the less shots my Grenadiers are going to miss. So standing as close as we can is going to help us. Of course, we're in rocket launcher range now, but again, that's not really an issue. We're just going to take down the hot pot just to get rid of that extra damage, killing off my critters, and now we should just be able to park here and finish off the base in time, hopefully. Let's cross our fingers. So what's your favorite attack combination this low in metals? And maybe not metals, but this low in levels, around the 40-ish level mark. I know some of you might not be level 40. If you're under level 40, tell me your level and what combination you use. And if you're over level 40, tell me what you used when you were around the level 40 at level 50 mark, because I'm curious. I wonder if Grenadiers made that list. When I was pushing my main account up, Grenadiers were not in the game, and I wonder if I learned Grenadiers, if I would have learned Warriors at the same level that I know them today, because I consider myself really good with Warriors. Because I've been playing with Warriors for so freaking long. Like, I've been playing with Warriors for 6 years. I unlocked Warriors like 6 years ago, over 6 years ago. So there's definitely something to be said for persistence, because I've been playing with Warriors for so long, and I really know how to use Warriors. And you know what? It's actually funny, because there's a point in time when I was not confident at all with other troop combinations. I thought my hero was up at the top. there was a time when I was not confident at all with other troop combinations, and it was really annoying for me because as a Boom Beach content creator, I want to make content that is relatable and content that used attack strategies that other people used. And as someone who had never played with anything but warriors, I actually had no clue how to use tanks or Ruka or Hookah, and I actually started a second account. My first second account was for that purpose. I was only going to use like Ruka, then Hookah when I unlocked heavies, then tanks when I unlocked tanks, and I learned very quickly that it's really easy to pick up how to use those troop combinations. Of course, there are people way better than me that have been using those combinations for so long, and I don't consider myself a master with like tanks or something, but I would say I'm pretty good with warriors, and I think it requires more skill than tank combinations, because tank combinations you kind of just drop your troops and move them around the base a little bit. Tanks are good, don't get me wrong, but warriors, you just have to learn how to smoke, and it's kind of difficult. So let's jump on to this level 50 to end off the video. This looks like a pretty rough base if I'm being honest, but I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be able to do it. I'm just looking at the ranges here. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop my troops down here. We're gonna immediately get a oh frick. Okay, retreat, get out of here. I cannot lose my hero that early in a match. I need my hero alive. So that shock was a little bit of a mistake. I was supposed to get all 5 of those defenses. We'll try the exact same thing. There we go. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna retreat. I really wanted to retreat because one Grenadier does make a difference, but I think it wouldn't make that much of a difference. Okay, so all those defenses should be taken out. We're actually gonna hack. Oh, dang it! I wanted the other boom cannon to be hacked, but I mean, oh, that boom cannon's kind of coming in clutch. That was pretty sick. Okay. Now, I'm not gonna hack or anything, but I need to watch my troops, and I'm just gonna monitor the HP. We're gonna take down this other boom cannon, and this is going really well, and we might as well take down the rocket launcher as well. Okay, so the top side is getting a little beat up. We're gonna shock the mortar. Mortars hurt Grenadiers, and we also shocked the sniper tower, which was helpful. And now we're just gonna sit here right above the core, or I guess right under the core, and snipe it. That was a beautiful attack if you ask me. I don't see how I could have done it better. Well, I could have done it better by making sure my first shock was on time, but I mean, I would say it was a pretty good attack. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not ending it quite yet. I want to see how much loot I get. I know this player didn't have that much loot, and I might do an upgrade. I think I'll do an upgrade also. So, I mean, super interesting using Grenadiers. I like them a lot, and there are definitely certain bases that have major Grenadier flaws, where you can flank the base, sit out of range of everything, and just destroy the core. So you have to watch out for that. Those bases that have those major base design flaws, and those bases you can take out that are like 20 levels higher than you, because you could just flank and park. But I think warriors are always going to be better. I shouldn't say always. Like, this base would be pretty rough with warriors because of the microwaver. So I'm glad I had Grenadiers, because it was super easy with Grenadiers. So I'm actually not going to do an upgrade. I'm going to keep attacking off video and try to get another landing craft upgraded. They're pretty expensive, and it's going to take a lot more time. We're going to try to get it done, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Please drop a like if you did, and I'll talk to you guys in the next Boom Beach video. Bye.